let's do an example where in this example, we want to find the unit tangent vector as well as the principal normal vector for the following vector function. And so let's start. So recall that our unit tangent vector is going to be the derivative of our vector function divided by its magnitude, so that it is a unit tangent vector. And our unit principal normal vector is going to be the derivative of our unit tangent vector divided by its magnitude. So let's find both of those vectors. All right. Means for sure, if I'm going to find the tangent vector, we're going to need the derivative of our vector function. So let's take the derivative. The derivative of 4 plus t is just 1. This is with respect to t. For our second component, the derivative of 8 is 0. The derivative of the natural log of secant t is 1 over secant t, and applying the chain rule, we're going to have to multiply by the derivative of secant, which is secant t times tangent t. And the derivative of negative 9 is 0. Let's simplify this a little bit and write it as, we have 1. For our second component, we can cancel out secant, so we just have tangent of t, and our third component is 0. Now, to get the unit tangent vector, we're going to need to divide by the magnitude of our velocity vector. So let's find the magnitude of r prime of t, and that's going to be the square root of 1 squared, or 1 plus tangent squared t. Now you might remember that this is a trigonometric identity, one of the Pythagorean identities. 1 plus tangent squared is the same as secant squared t. And when we take the square root of secant squared, we just get secant of t. So our magnitude is just secant t. Now, our unit tangent vector is going to be the velocity vector divided by its magnitude. So we've got, I'm going to divide each component of my velocity vector, first component is 1, by the magnitude, which is secant t. Second component is tangent of t, and I'm going to divide that by secant of t. And third component stays 0, because 0 divided by anything is 0. Now, I'm going to rewrite this a bit. We know that 1 over secant is the cosine function, because cosine and secant are reciprocal functions. Tangent divided by secant, if I do it over here, tangent is sine t over cosine t. And I'm dividing by secant, which is 1 over cosine t. This is the same as sine t over cosine t times the reciprocal of the denominator, which is cosine t. And so actually this will just be sine t. So my second component of my unit tangent vector will be just sine of t, and our third component is 0. So here we have our unit tangent vector in terms of t. All right. Now, let's find our principal normal vector. I'm just going to do this in blue. Our principal normal vector will be the derivative of our tangent normalized, so divided by its magnitude. So we have our tangent vector. We're going to take its derivative, right? We're up here is our tangent vector, right here. And we're going to differentiate our tangent vector, our unit tangent. So t prime of t. We're going to differentiate component by component, and that's going to give us negative sine t. The derivative of cosine is negative sine. The derivative of sine is cosine t, and the derivative of 0 is just 0. We also need to find the magnitude of this vector in order to find our unit normal. And so this magnitude will be the square root of sine squared t. When we square the negative, it's positive, plus cosine squared t plus 0. And you might remember that this is another Pythagorean identity that tells us this is just equal to 1. And so this magnitude is 1, which means we already had a unit vector in what we found here. So that means that our principal unit normal vector n of t is going to be negative sine t, cosine t, and 0. All divided by 1, which is the magnitude of t prime, but that's just itself. Now, just to verify that we found the correct vector, it doesn't verify that it's correct, it just verifies one of the properties. Let's show that, in fact, t and n are orthogonal. And we're going to show this by finding the dot product of these two vectors and showing that this dot product will be 0. Let's do that. So our vector t, it's too far up, but our vector t is cosine t, sine t, and the third component, I think, is 0. And we're going to do the dot product between t and the principal normal vector that we just found. That's negative sine t, cosine t, and 0. When we find this dot product, multiplying the first two components, we'll get a negative cosine t times sine t, plus the product of the second components, that's positive sine t times cosine t, plus the product of the third component, which is 0. And you can see that these two terms are the same because multiplication is commutative, and for sure, we found the dot product to be 0. So here, t dotted with n is 0, which tells us that these two vectors are perpendicular to each other.